Okay, if you remember back when I took this apart, this is one of the things I found, and we caught this just in time. Look, well, the customer stopped this thing just in time, this 300, before it done major engine damage. It was this bracket right here on the oil pump pickup screen that broke off, and what that was allowing this screen to suck up tight against the oil pan, because it's only a little tiny bit of clearance in there to start with, but it was coming up tight, and it was starving the oil. And we had some bearings that were just super close to spinning. They were burning out. Didn't do major damage. We got lucky. Now, if you see, this is an original, at least I assume it's original, homemade oil filters. Oil screen tube, pickup tube, that's been welded together in a couple of places. That fits a custom pan that was made, which I'm assuming was made by the original builder of this engine, whose name was Sherman Sly. Now, I've got the pump sitting on here. I got the screen. I don't want to make another screen. I don't want to try to fit it. There's nothing wrong with this screen. I can weld this back on. Actually, I may have a little bit of an issue because they brazed it on and it broke. So trying to weld, I can't really weld through braze. So I'll either be brazing it back on or welding it on, but I'll get it good and secure. You can count on that. Here's something that I want to show you that most of you guys would never do. I can't tell you how many times somebody tells me that they have washed out their oil pump pickup screen and put it on their engine. It is so filthy dirty up inside of here, it's not funny. What I do, when I have a screen that I absolutely have to use over, I get up underneath it, and as you can see, I go around like this, and I open that up. I open this little ledge up here. There is filth and dirt and metal and all kinds of garbage in there every single time. Then I remove the screen out of it, and then I remove the little plate, and I glass bead all this stuff or clean it thoroughly. There is no way possible you can take this and just wash it and have all the dirt out of it. And then once it's thoroughly cleaned, then I put this back in. I put this in here like this, nice and neat. And you got to be careful because sometimes there's little wires that are loose. You got to make sure nothing's broken in there so that you're not getting anything in there. Then you put that in there and you go back with a pair of pliers, combination of this like that, and then taking a pair of pliers or some vice grips and going around and crimping it nice and tight and putting it back exactly where it was. And you have to make sure that you got this back in here directional, just like it belongs. This is supposed to be like this, and this is the part that's supposed to be open. So very, very important. That's a detail that that a lot of people will overlook, and we don't like to do that. When I do an engine, you normally buy an oil pump pickup screen, and a pickup screen is going to cost $8, $10, $12 under most circumstances. And then you get ready to put the engine together and you promise it out for the weekend and the thing doesn't fit. So what we're doing is we're tearing this all apart. This will take us an hour, sometimes a little longer than that, to get this thing clean and back together, hour and a half. Of course, your bill never is going to reflect that. But that's just one of them little details that you have to be very, very particular of to make sure that your oil system is clean. And just like we've talked about before, you start at your oil pickup screen. You follow the path of oil. Oil that goes into the pump, goes down through the engine, feeds the mains, and you follow all the paths and make sure everything's spotless. But that was a big issue. And something as simple as this was going to blow this engine up. So we'll see what we can do about getting this back together and making it nice and strong.